We've been very fortunate in the respect that our customer base is pretty diverse. We have a lot of dairy, some beef, and also grain, and it's no secret the grain side is hurting right now. But the dairy side's had a couple good years, and we've had good success there. But I think the challenge, it's really tough to plan inventory right now. They of course the manufacturers want orders because they're down, and they're making good programs to support that. But trying to balance having inventory when you need it, that's an age-old problem, I guess. But that's one of my bigger challenges. We had some information this morning that came across that made it look like net farm income is on the way up, partially due to some subsidies, but it looks encouraging, I guess. Maybe this year not so much, but 2026 and hopefully beyond. Other challenges, I would say, keeping up with the technology from a service standpoint. At 25 years back there, I can appreciate that challenge really directly. And we love to sell. I loved it when I was back there. I mean, we worked together well, our previous sales manager and myself, on demos and so forth. And that drives me, the market share, the competitiveness always has. But yet we're trying to balance growing that's at a sustainable pace, because if we get a lot of equipment out and we don't have the service department or parts up to speed, it's a disaster. So that's a challenge for us internally here. We ultimately aim to grow our market share in every segment that we sell, and we also are realistic enough to know that doesn't happen quickly in every segment. But I think what it does is it gives us an avenue to grow even in our own our own area of responsibility, by adding those lines rather than maybe having 5 or 6 more stores. We have plenty of headspace to grow with just even doing a little bit better than, like, for example, high technology planters. We've sold, I think, 4 total. Well, that's tiny. That's nothing almost. And so I foresee that, not just planters, but combines, planters, large hay equipment, all that easily being able to grow. Not easily, nothing's easy, but realistically, I think there's a lot of room there for growth. But again, it goes back to the guys in the back. We like to grow from the back forward, and getting key guys in those spots. That's what we're really focusing literally every day, trying to fill those spots and recruit good help there. And then that'll open up to where we feel good about selling, because we know when there's an issue, and it's when, that there's someone there ready to take the ball. New Holland and AGCO both have NPS scores, and we look at those at least weekly, sometimes multiple times. I love them. I love going over them. And I love it because usually they're good, and I love to forward on the good compliments and the ones that aren't so good. But we take a lot of pride in that. I guess that's maybe why I like coming to work, is that satisfaction of the customer having the machine do exactly what he bought it for, and having good follow-up support. That's, at the end of the day, that's what gets me out of bed. I mean,